I lined the drill up on an aluminum bar, pulled the trigger with confidence, and watched it spin like it was on vacation instead of doing any work, which told me right away the bit had lost its edge years ago. I stopped, smiled to myself, and set the drill down. This was not a problem to fight harder. It was a problem to fix the right way, the old way, by sharpening the bit and letting the tool do its job again. I take the drill bit out and set it on the bench. Then I stack 2 hex nuts on top of each other to form a clean 120-degree angle. I place the tip of the drill bit between the nuts and look closely. You can see right away it does not match the angle. This simple check tells you why the bit will not cut and what angle you need to restore before sharpening. I take a flat piece of wood and set it on the bench, using a simple protractor or a square with angle marks. I measure and mark a clear 60-degree angle starting from one corner. I draw the line slowly so it is easy to see. This mark is important because it will guide the shape of the jig and keep the drill bit at the correct angle while sharpening. I'd like to hear where you're from. Drop your city and state below so I know how far this video is reaching. I clamp the wood firmly in the vise so it cannot move. Following the 60-degree line I marked earlier, I carefully saw along that line to create a clean beveled edge. I take my time here because this angle controls everything that comes next. When the cut is done, the wood now has a triangular shape that will act as a guide. Next, I clamp the wood back in the vise with the long slanted edge facing up. I take a metal file and begin filing right down the center of that slanted face. I work slowly and keep the file straight so the groove stays centered. This groove needs to be just wide enough to hold the drill bit without wobbling. I stop often and place the drill bit into the groove to check the fit. The bit should sit snug and straight, with the tip resting evenly in the center. If it rocks or leans, I file a little more and check again. This step is not about speed, it is about accuracy. When the drill bit sits stable and straight in the groove, the jig is ready. This simple wooden guide will hold the correct angle every time you sharpen. Even if your hands are not as steady as they used to be, I want to be sure the angle is right before I touch the drill bit to the grinder. I open a simple angle measuring app on my phone and place the phone flat into the groove I just filed. The screen should read close to 60 degrees. If it is off, I take the file and make a small correction, then check again. This quick check gives you confidence that the jig will hold the drill bit correctly every time. Once the angle looks right, I move on to the grinder. I install a thick metal grinding disc on the machine. To make the cut smoother and easier to control, I glue a piece of 120 grit sandpaper directly onto the face of the disc. This helps prevent grabbing and gives you better control on aluminum and steel bits. Next, I clamp the grinder securely in a vise so it cannot move. The disc should face upward and be easy to reach. I give the grinder a quick spin by hand to make sure nothing rubs or wobbles. This setup keeps both hands free and makes the sharpening step safer and more precise, especially if you like working slow and steady. Now I place the drill bit into the wooden jig, letting it sit firmly in the groove. I turn on the grinder and gently bring the tip of the bit to the sanding surface. I move slow and keep steady pressure, letting the jig hold the angle for me. After a few light passes, I stop and check the edge. You do not rush this part. A little grinding goes a long way. When I put that sharpened drill bit back into the drill, the difference is clear right away. It bites into aluminum without slipping, and it cuts clean through wood again. This shows you do not need expensive tools or a new bit every time something goes dull. With a simple wooden jig, a grinder, and a little patience, you can bring your tools back to life and keep working the way you always have. If you enjoy practical fixes like this, the kind that save money and keep good tools out of the trash, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with a friend who still believes in fixing things instead of replacing them. And tell me in the comments what tool you want to restore next.